Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James. I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. Before we get into today's video, remember that life is not happening to you, but happening through you. When you become the change you seek to experience, you're going to experience that change everywhere you go. You are showing the world how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself at a core foundational level, and you're creating your reality in a moment-to-moment basis, contingent on the meaning and the value that you assign to the things that are occurring around you, how you're showing up, how you are responding to what's in front of you. And today, as you can see by the title, I wrote, "You are top tier, start acting like it." Okay. Now, I don't really have a script or like an idea of how this video is going to unfold. I'm just really inspired to talk about this right now because some of you are getting upset about things that people are doing that is just so below you. Okay. And I'm going to call you out here because when it comes to creating, you guys already know this, okay? When it comes to creating your reality, it's who you are dominantly assuming yourself to be. What do you believe about yourself? And I want you to really look at how you are getting upset by things and how you're responding to them and what that really says about who you're identifying as, okay? Like, good morning texts are sweet and all that stuff, but if you are getting upset because somebody's not sending you a good morning text or they're not showing up properly, you are worth so much more than that. Like, fuck your good morning text. I don't need it. Okay. That's like a small example. But what I'm truly trying to point at is you have to identify with the experiences that you desire. And if somebody or something is not showing up properly, the more you're upset about it, the more that you are focusing on it, that's because that's what you actually identify with. Stop giving a fuck, you guys. You're wasting your energy on things that don't even need your focus. Start identifying as somebody that gets quality experiences, that has people that show up in their life consistently, that doesn't celebrate over just if somebody messes up, they give you a little apology. No, they like follow up with you, get you nice gifts, make a promise that every day they're going to show you how much they care about you. Stop accepting the bare fucking minimum, you guys. Stop doing that and being excited over it. Identify as somebody that, again, you want a loving, consistent, stable relationship. You want somebody to show up for you consistently. You want those quality experiences. Then you got to stop chasing them. Allow yourself to be pursued. Step into that energy fearlessly. And a part of doing that means you're going to stop caring. If you're not showing up properly, I don't care. I'm not going to allow this to bother me because it's below me. And I can be compassionate about that. I can look at it and see why it's occurring, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be a doormat. If you're going through something, if the people in your life are going through something right now, be the example. Treat yourself the way that you deserve to be treated and stop reacting to them. Expect that they're going to show up properly for you and show them how to do it by showing up that way for yourself. And you can't do that. You can't actually focus that way if you are so bothered by what everybody is doing, because you're going to spend all your time thinking about what they said, chasing them, reacting to it, which takes away from you actually taking care of yourself. I know that your mind is going to get hooked up on things sometimes. You're human, but I really want you guys to ground yourself in who you are identifying yourself as. I am a top tier individual that is worthy of love, that is worthy of consistency, that is worthy of somebody that is showing up, loving and respecting me always. And if you're not going to show up that way, I'm not going to sit here and get mentally bothered by it. I have good beliefs about men in general or women in general, relationships in general. I take care of myself. I can handle my emotions. I'm secure in who I am. Okay. And I'm just not going to play into this. And if you don't know what it feels like to be the top tier version of yourself, start working on those beliefs, because it all comes down to who you're identifying yourself as, what you believe about yourself and what you believe about these different areas of your life. But not only that, look at your behaviors. So does getting upset and focusing on something that is not even what you desire to experience, what does that behavior say? Is that undermining you? Is that you actually identifying with that experience And that's where you have to really look at yourself and say, what am I actually doing? How am I actually showing up? It's all within your control. Things can change like this, you guys. They really can change very quickly if you take a very honest look at yourself and you stop getting bothered by the things that are going on around you and you just decide, you know what? This isn't going to be my story. This isn't going to be my experience. I don't have to worry about this. In fact, I'm going to build myself up. I'm going to be the change in this situation. I'm going to give myself that top tier quality treatment that I deserve. And I'm going to decide, expect, and know that other people, places, and things are going to recognize me and show up that way too as I continue to build myself up this way. And I hold that decision and I don't allow anything else but that into my life. So, yeah, sometimes you're going to need to say no. Stop being afraid. Stop being afraid to say no. No, I don't fucking like when you show up that way. Sorry, bye. No, that's not acceptable to me. Sorry, bye. Don't care if you don't like it. I'm going to know that you're going to show up properly to me. I'm going to know and expect that you're going to treat me with the quality treatment that I deserve, but stop being so afraid. Also, what does that say? If you are afraid to decide and demand things in your reality from a supported, balanced, response-based manner, not a reactionary, emotionally charged based manner, but a very solid manner. If you're able to do that, what does that say about what you believe? If you're not able to do that, why? Are you actually identifying with that version of you? And if you're not, does it make sense as to why these things are happening in your life? Because yeah, that top tier version of you is going to be a little bit of a savage. There's nothing to wait for. If you're not showing up properly, I can take care of myself. I can make myself happy. I know who I am. I know my worth and my value. I'm not going to lower myself down to playing into this. And you guys need to do that shamelessly. In my last video, I said stop being selfish, or start being selfish, right? Stop being so nice. Yeah, because as you integrate your beliefs, you're going to show up differently. You're going to respond differently. You're going to think differently. You're going to perceive differently. You're going to be able to decide differently, which is going to translate in how you're showing up as well too. Sometimes you're going to need to say no. Stop being afraid to do that. Stop being afraid to stand up for yourself if it's coming from a very grounded place that shows that you love and respect yourself. That is very attractive. That's going to unconsciously translate for you. But when you're fighting with somebody and you're chasing them and you're begging them to pick you and treat you better, that in and of itself shows that you don't actually love and respect yourself. I don't have to chase shit. I don't have to beg you to pick me. I pick me. I just wrote that in my community tab, right? The only person that you're trying to get to pick you is you, because when you actually pick you and you show up this way for yourself and you stop accepting this shit into your life, other people are going to realize that's going to be how they have to show up for you too. Manifesting what it is that you desire comes from who you are assuming yourself to be. Again, this all starts with the beliefs. Get the beliefs in alignment. But as that gets in alignment, you're going to notice that you stop playing. Like you stop caring. You stop reacting. You start deciding. You're going to behave differently. You're going to show up differently. You're going to respond differently. Do that fearlessly. Don't be rude. Don't be hurtful. Don't be petty. But it's okay to say no. It's okay to speak up. You need to do that. No, I don't like that you did that. Sorry. And if you don't like it, I don't really care. It's unacceptable. Right? Like, don't be afraid to step into that version of yourself. And stop chasing. How the fuck is somebody going to pursue you when you're chasing them? Stop caring about when they're texting you or when they're going to show up or what they're doing. It doesn't matter. You don't even want to do that. That's not the type of relationship that you want to create with somebody. You want them to show up for you in an equal, balanced way. But if you are so on top of them and chasing them all the time, how are they going to be able to do that? And what does that say about who you're identifying as? You don't have to chase anything, you guys. Okay, so that's all I had to say. Okay, let's grow our heads on straight. Let's identify as the top tier version of ourselves, shamelessly and fearlessly, and organize ourselves to be able to authentically live as that version of ourselves at all points. How do you do that? You work on your beliefs, you stabilize your nervous system, you create a daily routine that feels good to you. You observe the thoughts that are going on in your mind and you trace them down to the beliefs and you address them. I just put a post on my Instagram about how intrusive thoughts are gold. You don't want to avoid anything, you want to address it. Look at what's going on in your mind and start getting very honest with yourself and disciplined with your routines and how you're showing up for yourself. It's going to translate. Okay? That is why, like, you are the person creating your life. Until you step into that CEO position and you hold yourself accountable and you stop looking at what everybody else is doing and allowing them to get a reaction out of you, until you step into that role, it's going to continue to happen. So, yeah, part of that means you're going to need to be selfish. Part of that means you're going to need to invest in yourself, take care of your body, take care of your mindset, really challenge your beliefs, look at how you're behaving. Hold yourself accountable. Apologize if you need to. That's what a top tier quality individual does. They hold themselves accountable. They build themselves up. They respond appropriately. They say no if they need to. They don't chase. And if they need to apologize to somebody, they apologize. And if somebody needs to apologize to them, they expect that apology. And they know it. You can do it. Okay. Now, I know everybody is on their own journey. And if you're struggling with a lot of intrusive thoughts or feeling anxious and you're just like, oh my God, Dylan, you're coming at me hard. I love you, but you're coming at me hard. Okay. I'm trying. Continue to persist. Be very gentle and compassionate with with yourself. Okay. Because a lot of the beliefs that are not favorable are going to be supported by a lot of very undesirable experiences in your life. So if it feels like your mind is like trying to sabotage you and manifesting all these intrusive thoughts, okay, and you're just like struggling a little bit, be compassionate with yourself. You're human. If you have emotions coming up and you need to process those emotions, that doesn't mean you're going backwards. That's actually good. You need to get in touch with your body. You need to be able to process those emotions and not view it as though you're going backwards. No, I'm finally releasing the stuff that needs to get out of here. Do it in a balanced way, okay? But be gentle with yourself, okay? Integrate these things that I'm talking about on my channel, and wherever you are on your journey, just continue to persist. Take it one day at a time, okay? Some of you might have to take it one moment at a time and show yourself a lot of love and compassion, and that's okay. But don't give up, okay? Because like I said at the intro, you're showing the world how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself. You are an individual that is worthy of being fought for and pursued and loved. But guess what? You got to be that for yourself first. Don't give up on yourself. Neville Goddard's teachings, nobody to change but self, right? So that means you got to consistently show up that way for yourself through the good, through the bad, through the ugly, when it's tough, when these thoughts feel like they're big and they're consuming you. Nope, I still love myself. I'm not giving up. I have the tools. This isn't that pleasant. I know this moment is going to pass. I'm going to continue to persist and integrate this version of myself because I know it's going to lead me to success. It's never about obsessing over anybody else either, okay? I just posted on my Instagram story a snapshot of the live stream from my membership side where I was talking about, it's you don't have limiting beliefs with a specific person or a specific dollar amount or a specific career. It's the concepts in your mind. So if you're obsessing over somebody, you really want to look at the approach you're taking. Okay. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I did an hour live stream on people can change. Okay. It's probably like 6 videos down on my channel. Okay. Check that out because you want to make this about yourself. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about success? What do you believe about love, commitment? What do you believe about your worth and your value, your ability to learn and grow and overcome, to create solutions in your life? What do you believe about a career, your ability to create wealth in your life, consistently manifest money into your life, be successful in any career venture that you take, right? What do you believe about communication? What do you believe about men or women in relationships? Okay, all of those things are going to translate into these specific areas and specific circumstances that you're experiencing. Address that. Okay, the focus is on you, because as that gets in alignment, guess what? You're going to show up differently. You're going to think differently. You're going to perceive differently. You're going to have new natural assumptions. You're going to respond to your reality differently. And because you're showing up differently, guess what? Everything else has to show up differently. Be the change and be the change fearlessly. I got to go, you guys. I love you all so much. I hope you enjoyed this little rant. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for everybody that is here. I know I don't get the chance to answer a lot of the comments, but I really appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you have a beautiful night. And don't forget, the world is yours. And be the change. Okay? All right. Bye.